And I don't have a very strong signal, so I'll stay around as long as I can.
It looks nice. Is that Nevada somewhere?
I think it's
What
an
else we got here?
undisclosed
Randy
location.
His signal went away. Oh, Randy's here.
Hey, how you guys doing? I missed Tom's joke.
Randy's here.
Hey, Dale, how are you doing?
Just saying Tom's name is a joke.
Ooh.
Hey, guys.
Ooh. Hey, Tom, your chamfer machine, that's awesome.
Oh, you like that?
I'm gonna have to make one of those.
Randy, you're late to the party.
Oh, I'm always late.
No, he's 1 minute early. There it is. He's on time. Yeah.
On time, man. I had to find some glasses.
What's up with Stan there? With the we don't get to see your face or what?
No, he's got like 6 cameras going. He's just trying to show us all up, Tom.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking he was in his skivvy still running around, and that's why we get the label.
Hey, that's the label on my oven.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that your serial number?
Our ITS on there.
Hey,
Hey guys, how's it going?
There's Stan. Hey, Stan.
Hey, Stan.
Yes, Randy, that is your oven.
Well, thank you, Stan.
What model is it, Stan?
He bought a 1200.
1200.
Yeah,
Nice.
What?
I'm
what's
just
the-
drying out the. I coated the front of it with rigidizer, and I'm running it right now.
Which the 1200 is a 1200 watt or
1200 cubic inch.
oh, okay,
It's a 4000 watt.
4000 watt.
I'll zoom out on it here in a little while and let you look at the whole thing.
Cost you $20 just to turn it on.
Yeah.
Turning it on is a commitment. Yeah,
Financial commitment. Yeah.
a lot of guys think bigger is better. I like my little oven. You know, it's perfect for little parts. Heats up quick, cools down quick.
I got to cash in an IRA to run my Bar Z oven. So
No, it doesn't. Your little one only pulls 8 amps. You got the 360 on 240 volts, so it doesn't.
yeah, it's a sipper.
It's pretty economical.
Stan, did you ever hook up your solar?
My what?
Didn't you get a bunch of solar panels?
Yeah, I got a bunch of them. They're still over in the fifth wheel. I got about 60 single frame or single pane frameless solar panels over there. So it's just kind of a tinker toy. I bought a nice big inverter so I can put as many of them as I want. And when they die, I just take them, the dead ones out and throw them away.
Yeah.
so you're
They came
going
off
with
the-
N-phase.
They came off the roof of the Anaheim Convention Center, and we were just dumpstering these things, thousands of them. And I hauled a trailer full of them home.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
You're going to go with N-phase then?
With what?
N-phase, the microconverters?
No, I got a Fronius, same people that make the welders.
Well,
I got a Fronius inverter. I think it's it's either a 6 or a 7K inverter.
Or
nice
my
it's a nice
my
inverter.
system is N-phase, and you can look at every panel on the computer, and you can see the voltage, temperature, how much power it's putting out, so you can tell if they're starting to die.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Mine are all running. I'm doing series arrays, so I don't know if that would work or not. Doesn't each on the one you're talking about, each panel has to be hooked up individually to the inverter?
Yes, and it
Yeah, so it
runs
can analyze
220
every
down.
single one.
Yeah, it runs 220 down rather than running the 48 volts down where you lose too much power.
Oh, I got you.
Tom, did you ever do a video on square gauge blocks?
Yeah.
No, I don't think specifically. I don't think I've shown them a bunch of times, but I don't think I ever really did one specifically about it. You mean like advantages and disadvantages kind of a thing or whatever?
Like, what do you do with them? Long story. There's this
measure
guy
stuff.
on eBay that was selling 2 sets, identical sets.
Yeah.
Everybody was so busy looking at the first set it went for over $500. I got the second set for $68.
Really?
I don't know what to do with it.
There might have been something about the first set that was really attracting people. Like I bought a set of square, and they're metric gauge blocks, but they're crow blocks, so they're chrome carbide. So these are like stupidly expensive to buy new, but nobody wanted them because they're metric. But if you think about it, you can get whatever combination you want within 40 millionths without even trying, right? And so anyway, I think I paid I don't know, 150 bucks or something like that, and it's a $15,000 set from Starrett, right? So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing the prices are ridiculous, over $1,000 for these sets. And this one, as far as I can tell, is spot on.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you send them in for calibration, that's when you find out if you have a set of spacers or a set of gauge blocks. So,
But I don't know what to do with them. I haven't found any videos on it.
yeah. Well, the square ones are nice because they have a hole through the center of them, and there's some connecting rods that you can make some pretty sturdy fixed gauges out of, and so they're kind of nice for that. They're not as nice in comparators because you have to use them off center, and I just like them because you just got a little more surface area and they're bigger. So
Hey, so since we're on eBay right now, I gotta share my screen with you guys. We might be missing a big opportunity here.
We may steal it from you, Dean.
I got to jump on my other my eBay computer.
Yeah.
If somebody mentions something cool, I'm just going to pounce. So.
Let's see. I gotta figure out how to do it here first. Okay, here we go. All right, you guys see that?
No.
Negative.
Nope.
The host may have to allow you to share your screen or something.
Okay. Hey, Harold, see if you can zoom in on that.
Somebody's got something on in the background. Somebody,
Right.
is
TV or something.
there's a woman talking.
Oh, I wonder if it's my wife on the other phone in the other room.
I don't know.
She was talking about getting rid of somebody. Was that you Everett, or?
Selling all the tools.
Well, I wouldn't think she would.
All right, guys, I didn't have room for me on the screen. So I don't know if you could hear me when I was talking. Probably not.
No.
But, today's theme is supposed to be your most disappointing tool purchase. So we can start on the top left and work our way across if you guys would like. And I'll remove myself from the screen till you're finished. Is that okay?
Sure.
All
Top
right.
left, is that me or what? I guess. Okay. Most disappointing tool purchase. So yeah, I thought about this for a couple of days actually, and I bought a dual bandsaw one time, and a long time ago. It was a big one. It was a 26. It's actually the same model as the one I have now, but I bought it on an online auction. I didn't get to go check it out before I bought it, but I got it for a pretty good price. I think it was $800 or something like that. I don't know. And it kind of looked like it was all there, right? And so it was all the way down to Watsonville. So I drove down to Watsonville after the auction was over to go pick it up. And I started looking at it, and somebody had gutted the variable speed drive out of the inside. So they converted it to kind of a direct drive wood bandsaw. So it was kind of high speed wood cutting thing, right? And so I was super bummed, and the parts weren't there, and it was geez, what a pain in the neck. I'm gonna have to do something weird here. And so I I was driving a F-150 at the time, and so they loaded it in the F-150, and it's all that thing. It was basically on the snubbers, all the way back from Watsonville to actually Livermore at that time, um, and anyway, I was unloading it by myself, and let's see. Wait a second. What? You know what? I can't even remember now. Oh no, I got it onto I got it at a friend's house. Got it out of the truck and onto a drop deck trailer. That's right. And then I drove the trailer out to my friend's house, who had a little bit of extra room. They let me store it. And when I was unloading it, I tipped the stupid thing over and broke the table. So it was just the whole project's just going like downhill really fast, right? And so it sat in this container for, I don't know, a couple of years or whatever. And then he had to get rid of the container. So I went and fetched it. And it actually ended up here. And I sold it on Craigslist for, I don't know, $200 more than I bought it for. So, but that doesn't include all the labor and all the screwing around. But yeah, it's pretty disappointing to open that cover up and see the missing, it has pulleys that move in and out that change the ratio between the drives. So and there's a lot of stuff in there, and it was all just gone and missing and full of sawdust. So instead, that's probably my most disappointing tool purchase, other than some Harbor Freight clamps that broke the first time I used them. But all right, Chuck, you're muted, buddy.
Something that I pay for. But
put your teeth back in.
It's it's the free stuff from Banggood is the disappointing items. Of course, it doesn't cost anything. You get it. Some of the stuff's had some merit, but a lot of the stuff is it's disappointing. Like the 1 3-inch boring head that came with 750 diameter holes in it and came with metric tooling, stuff like that. But everything else that I've purchased, I've really been happy with. I think it's something that I bought that I'm not happy with. I'll pass it on to you, Joel.
Well, the one thing I can think of is my lathe that needed a total rebuild of the headstock. Bearings started making some unhappy sounds, and when I took it apart, the factory just didn't do any cleaning and deburring. So there was sand, large chunks in there that just completely ate through the main spindle bearings. So just trying to find all the bearings of the right precision and sizes, and it was a lot of work. And I'd say it turned out pretty good at the end, but and got a couple of videos out of it. But that was pretty disappointing. That they could have spent 3 minutes vacuuming up inside of the headstock, and would have guaranteed that things last a lot longer. But that was just too much work, I guess. So it's better than how it left the factory now. So
that was a good video.
Thank you, Dave. Ray.
Hey. So my most disappointing tool purchase is anything I got from Randy Richard. Just junk.
Hey, I don't remember you paying anything for that.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah. Thanks for reminding me. I got
No, guys, I'm just kidding. Randy's stuff is top shelf, man. It's good stuff.
I think Randy offers double your money back.
Double, yeah.
Double your money back.
Double. I'll even go triple.
So I guess I just blew my discount deal, huh, Randy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So anyway, I have to agree with Chuck. The Banggood stuff, it tastes and smells like Chinesium to the highest degree. So it's a little frustrating, but yeah, it is free, but it's like you have to do a lot of work to actually make the stuff work how it's supposed to work. For example, I did get a lot of videos of the ER32 collet set. I end up having to grind the chuck, replace the nut before the set was even usable.
Wow.
So based on that, I pretty much quit taking anything from Banggood because it just makes me look worse than I already am, for one, and two, none of their stuff's even worth anything. So I was going to say anything that smells or tastes like Chinesium, stay away from it, man.
I'm surprised. Most of the stuff I got from Banggood, I'm happy with, except their inside micrometer, which was a joke. Here's Dale here.
Hey guys, can you hear me okay? I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Yeah, but Dale, you're still upside down, man. What's going on, brother?
Okay, you have to quit drinking
Where are you, Dale?
when you're live, okay? That's all I have to say for Ray.
Where are you?
It's going to be interesting.
Where are you at, Dale?
I am at the Salton Sea. So Southern California, beautiful desert area. Taking some time off, trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my channel, to be honest. So I've got my notebook, and we'll see what happens. But I've got some great ideas. I want to actually thank you, Chul, for your videos that you did on repairing that gear head on that lathe. I've got a similar Chinese lathe that, who knows, same thing may happen, but one of the things I did is I put an electric pump and a filter system on it because of your video. So I want to thank you for that. So that may end up becoming one of my worst purchases. We'll have to find out. My list of bad purchases, guys, goes on forever. I'm always buying and selling, just like a lot of you guys. I'm trying to think of what the worst one is. I bought a small CNC milling machine about 2 years ago.
Uh-oh. Lost the signal.
The suspense is killing me.
There he is.
It's one of those grizzly conversions.
He must be using a Chinese camera.
What 5G? 5G. They're blocking him.
And the guy actually
thumbnail.
Okay. So I mean, I can't.
Have to get the hook.
Can't hear anything. Am I? I think I'm gonna have to check out, and I'll have to tell you guys this story another time.
Yeah, you just keep freezing up. Oh, he left. Okay.
Yeah. Am I next?
You can go for it.
Yeah.
Well, there's my worst. Well, I don't know if it's the worst, but one of the worst. These Chinese Harbor Freight bench grinders. This one's an 8-inch. It's got absolutely no power. There we go. Yeah. So I mean, it says it's a half horse, and I've relegated it to just a wire wheel duty, and I'll probably put a deburring wheel on the other side. If you try to grind something with a grinding wheel, it'll just slow it right down. You can only put very light pressure. It just doesn't have any power at all.
Hook it up to 240, Dean.
Yeah. It'll probably work really good for a short period of time. Yeah. And then I'm going to try sharing my screen one more time here. This is, if I can get it to work. Let's see here.
I'd love to know how you guys are doing this, sharing the screen.
The bottom of your screen, Dave, says share. Click on that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Did that work? That's not the one I wanted to show you. This is what I tried to show you earlier.
We're not seeing it.
Oh, you're not?
No.
So what'd you buy?
Okay. Well, I'm going to try to get this to work later on in the show here. I don't want to spill the beans yet. Okay. So anyways, I bought a pedestal grinder. I've got a big Cincinnati, it's a 10-inch pedestal grinder, and the machine's great, but always check to make sure you have room for your new machine before you buy it. So it's been sitting out in the outdoor shed for the last 3 years. I don't have a place where I can actually set it up and use it. So, you know, that was kind of a what would you call that? Just a not well thought out purchase. Yeah.
Do I need to drive down there when I come to the bash?
You might have to. Yeah.
I'll bring a trailer.
That's all I got for now.
Okay.
Billy, no voice, no audio.
There I go. Sorry,
There
I'd
you
say my most disappointing tool purchase was a little Harbor Freight 4x36 belt sander. This is back before I had the maker, access to the maker space, and was operating out of my little shop. That thing's so underpowered. You put anything on it, it just immediately bogs down. It's gotten to the point now to where to get it to go, I have to grab a hold of the belt and start it. I think the start capacitor is dead in it. And it died with it. That happened within 2 months of owning it. As far as Chinese tooling, I've had some pretty good experience with most of the stuff I buy, but I try to buy stuff from Amazon or Shars. I don't buy stuff from Banggood, so I've had pretty good experience with most of my Chinese hand tooling. That's all I got.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, most of the stuff I get from Banggood, I'm happy with. Everything else, Amazon, if I'm not happy with it, return. So I don't really have anything to show that I regret, because it goes right back.
Well, those 246 blocks I recently got, I did the video on those. Those turned out really good. I was impressed with the results I got for that.
Yeah, I saw that. That was really nice.
Whether my testing technique was right or not, I don't know.
Well, Dave, I'm gonna have you do all my shopping for me. You have good luck. So.
No problem.
No.
Amazon, return.
Yeah.
Easy. Everett, you're up.
Sorry, I just turned the mic back on. Like I say, my wife's still in the other room there on the phone. You guys can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Frankly, most of the stuff that I've been disappointed with comes from across the pond to the west of us here, like a lot of you. I have never ordered from Banggood, nor have they approached me, which actually I don't really mind. The thing is, normally what I've done is in the past, I figure, okay, it's a gamble. You go to eBay, it's the next best thing. It comes out of the same vat over there anyway. So that's what I've, every now and then I get something that's really bad. For what I do, I'm not chasing the millions like Tom, but at some point it'd be great, but it's just at this point, I'm not really at that level. But some of the stuff has been good, but the two of the things that really, honestly, even for the lower price that I paid for them, I think were absolute garbage. I bought a set of tap handles that look like a grade 6 high school or grade 6 junior high kid with a file could have done a better job, and a couple of ER40 collet blocks. The first two set of collet blocks I got, I figured I'd try cheap, whatever, and of course I went and got a better pair afterward. They're in my toolbox. I might use them for holding stuff with, outer round collets for welding or something, but that's about all they're good for. But I would tend to agree with you guys that some of my most disappointing stuff comes from that particular vat of stuff. So it's just not Banggood, just different seller. So
I don't know. When I think of Tom in junior high, I think of him as master hand filer. So I don't know about your description. It doesn't paint a picture for me of it.
Well, I'm sure Tom was an exceptional junior high and high school shop student. I had a few go through my class too, but generally it took some of them a while to figure out which end of the file is the one to hold. So
Thank you, Mr. Sly. That was my metal shop teacher.
So
Yeah, it's a shame they don't teach any of that stuff anymore in junior high or high. There's nothing. No metal shop, no woodworking, nothing.
there still is around here. Some of the school shops around here. When I taught was about, was that 2007? Wow, that's 13, 14 years ago. That's when I left. But yeah, as far as some of the shops around here, some of the schools still have some shop program.
Where are you? What area?
Just west of Edmonton, Alberta,
Oh,
in
okay.
Canada. Yeah, yeah. When I did teach shop, I was up in northern Alberta near Grand Prairie. So
okay.
There's a few places around the country though that are getting shops going in high school and stuff. I've communicated with a couple in Texas, and I've sent them things and some plans and stuff and helped them out a little bit. But there's a few areas though that things are kind of coming back a little bit on it.
I would agree with Randy that there's a little resurgence on people making things again, and there's an interest in it. So
I think the makerspace thing has helped drive a lot of that.
Oh yeah.
You know, like what Billy's doing. That's fantastic. I know people have tried it here a little bit, but there's not enough people, to keep something like that going. So
Here in Knoxville, my high school, they had a separate vocational school, a couple thousand yards away, and they shared that with another high school that would bus in students from the other one, and you could do stuff down there. But it really wasn't talked about a lot. Everybody was focusing on the college track. The vocational track wasn't really discussed amongst the teachers very much. So I don't know.
See, I really miss my students in a lot of ways. I mean, I left for other reasons, basically family reasons. We had to move and get closer to their family. But one of the things is I really missed seeing how some of those students would really get into it. And teenagers are awesome in a lot of ways. You get them focused on something, get them excited, give them a few skills, a few tools to play with, and just step back. It's amazing to see what they'll come up with. And I really missed that aspect of it too. I mean, honestly, some of my grade 12 students are better welders than I am. So
what did you teach?
Up near Grand Prairie. Oh, sorry, what did I teach?
What? Yeah.
Oh, well, I had a bit of a dog's breakfast of a. Oh wow, that's impressive. One of the my program is a little different in that I actually had a combined program. Pretty much most of my students run individual program plans the way it all worked out. I had 3 high school classes of 20 students. I did metalwork mechanics and photography all at once, like sheet metal, welding, machining, automotive, small engine, digital video, digital photography, and 35 millimeter black and white in a classroom with 5 different areas. It was insane. And, but even with that, my kids can really come up with some cool stuff. It was really neat. I pretty much had to live at the school to keep the program running. So
Everett was also the janitor and the lunch lady.
Well, not quite, but they were really good friends of mine. I used to go hang out with the custodial crew, and they had their smoke break in the evening because I was there. I didn't smoke, but I brought my coffee and went and hung out with them. So, but no, it was teenagers are awesome if you're just trying to catch that spark and let them run with it. So anyway, I'm sorry I'm taking too much time. So next person, next turn.
Next.
I guess. Okay. I must say, I mean, I've had disappointments with some of the Chinese stuff. I have a few Chinese things too. But why I decided to make the dovetail cutter thing, come up and do that was because of a high-speed steel dovetail cutter. Actually, I was just disappointed. It was so slow in cutting some steel and everything, and that's what drove me in doing the dovetail thing. But as far as machinery goes, I'm very careful, I should say, myself about buying machinery. I look into it and do some research and things like that first. So I haven't had any of those kind of problems like so many of you have. So, but yeah,
your day is coming. Don't worry.
I'm careful.
Yeah.
I am. So
I guess Bar Z, you're up.
Am I up next?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the list is long and distinguished of disappointments. I guess the worst one. Well, I set up a camera on it and I got it for show and tell. I thought this was like a show and tell thing, but we can just talk about it. I was in the market for a XY vise for my drill press, and the Palmgrens. I was never able to. Hi, Chuck. Hey,
Yeah.
Stan. Okay, look at that. The Palmgrens. I was never able to actually walk up to one and touch one and play with it, and they were pretty expensive. And kind of the second tier down was a Wilton XY vise, and I bought one, and I got it home, and I was disappointed in it, so I sent it back, and got another one. I thought maybe I just had a bad one, but now I'm on my third one, and it's, if nothing else, they're consistent. And if you want to go look at it, I've got a camera parked on it. I can show you what they do and what they do consistently. If nothing else, they are consistent. Let me switch cameras and we'll go over there and I'll show you what's going on with it.
Oh, it's wilted.
Now, what you can see, I've got a note arm in here. I'm set on 0 on this jaw. And I got the base just down on the base of the actual vise. I'm going to crank the handle. I want you to watch this. And I'm going to go about half the distance of the jaw. And just about halfway through, it's out of parallelism with the axes by 10,000. So it's about 20 thousandths over the full length of the jaw. And they were consistently like that. Every single one of these XY vices was like that. Now, if you're doing, say you have a simple flat bar with just 2 holes, and you run one set of holes and you want to move over to the other set, your holes are 20 thousandths off. It just bugged me, and I couldn't. And every single one I got did this. So that was a big disappointment. And the only reason I bought this thing was because of the brand name, Wilton.
Unfortunately, Wilton is not made in the USA anymore.
Well, some of them are.
Yeah, some, but not.
Some of them are made in the U.S. I think the bullets are still U.S. made. This particular XY was Taiwanese made, but you know what? Those guys are consistent. I was 3 for 3, and they all had the same paper in them.
I hate to tell you, Stan, but the bullets, my local jet distributor, that's also Wilton.
Yeah.
The foundry that makes the casting for their bullet in the U.S. is not doing it anymore.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I hate it when stuff like that goes into a tailspin. Anyways, that was pretty disappointing that no matter what I did, I couldn't get a good one. Because outside of that little XY vise is pretty nice.
Well, you can have it consistent or good. You can't have both.
Well, I can machine it too. I just haven't got around to doing it. I can get that jaw parallel. I can. It's only 20 thousandths to plow off that fixed jaw. So pull the jaw insert out and mill it and put it back together, and it'll be fine. But when you get stuff like that, it's not really a tool. It's more like a tool kit where you got to finish it.
Have you figured out
sending the raw castings to you?
what exactly is crooked? Is it the ways or the face jaw?
It's the jaws out of parallelism with the axes of the base.
That's strange.
That's kind of important.
Yeah, totally. I mean, on a milling machine, completely unacceptable. And I thought maybe I don't use it for actual milling, but sometimes you want to do a row of holes, and you don't want the holes out of parallel with your flat bar or something.
Hey, I see a tool making opportunity here for someone.
What's that? An XY vise?
Yeah.
Repairing Wilton vices.
Yeah.
That's Dan's job.
Yeah, made right here in the socialist state of California.
That's right, comrade.
Oh, I'm in the show.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Hey, yeah, look at the size of the head on that thing.
Who's that guy?
Scared me. Well, I'll tell you what, my most disappointing tool was a recent purchase. It was one of those center finders that got a little light in it and it beeps whenever it touches metal. Well, the darn thing wasn't straight. You get up close to the edge and you go beep, 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 beep. It was just touching and leaving the surface and touching. And it wasn't concentric from one side to the other. I was really disappointed in that. I thought it would be an easy, wonderful thing. I watched Double Boost use one every time he cranks up his mill. He must have got the only good one.
Well, one that you got, Harold, is for measuring around a corner, like around curves.
That's probably what it was. I just didn't understand the instructions. Okay. All right. Now that I'm going to have to look around here and see if any of the second half guys are trying to get on.
Ray, this is not for you.
Is that one of those free dovetail cutters or what?
Someone was asking me.
I knew I was going to blow it as soon as I said that.
I had to write your name on
But you said it anyway.
He started filing out the
ones for you.
description.
Someone asked if I had stickers done up, so.
Oh, there you go.
Sweet.
Oh,
There
nice.
you go.
Nice.
I'll take
Billy.
some.
That's
Yeah,
good.
Mr. Andreas and I'll get some sent out.
So
Yeah.
Hey, Yuchel, this is to show Yuchel.
Where's YouTube? There he is.
Oh, hey.
I think it will just fit you.
Yeah, we'll have to give it a shot. I'm excited.
There's a light.
There's a little halo.
Oh, it's
Wow.
a halo light, ring light.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's. I'm looking forward to it.
yeah. I think it's gonna work.
All right, since Randy won't say it, he's designing this work light that fits around the quill of your milling machine.
Yeah, milling machine now.
Yeah, lighting's been a problem for me on my videos. I'm sure it is for everybody.
So Harold, are you going to switch over to the other guy? You know, I didn't even realize that it was even numbered dudes first or whatever. So I kind of screwed up.
Well, I don't have anybody extra have logged in to put on screen right now, so I'm just waiting to see if they're going to try to log in.
So
All right.
keep rolling, huh?
Yeah.
Keep on.
Stan, are you gonna say something about that? You said you are.
You're
You're
muted.
muted.
You're muted there, buddy.
All right. I think we've all heard it at this point.
Yeah.
I like it that way.
I am more likable this way with the mute on, right? Well, if the audience has any questions about the upcoming Summer Bash, I'll be happy to answer them if I know the answer. It's going to be June 18th, 19th in Southern California. So if anyone out there has a question, throw it up on screen and we'll try to answer it for you.
All right.
I have a question. Am I allowed to come?
Well, you're on my slackers list from last year, but yeah, I guess you can come.
Yeah. He's on the.
You know, there will be a probationary period.
I get to stand outside. I'll be standing
Oh.
outside.
Chuck, you're on the slackers list from last
I'm
year.
in the
too.
double slacker. I'm in the top of the list.
You are a 2-year slacker.
Slacker. Yeah.
So are you gonna like charge a buck to ride your new golf cart? What are you doing with
Yeah,
that?
we're gonna sell rides on the golf cart.
Nice. I wish I could come, Stan. They still have the fence locked between you and us, so I'd
Do
love
they?
to.
Well,
Yeah, it's going to be locked for a while.
is it?
So, yeah. Are you
Okay,
going to
well-
have an online portion like you did last year?
Yeah, we really bumped up the online presence last year, and the online raffle. You know, we let everyone participate, and we're doing the same thing this year because
Very cool.
it's tapering off, but it's not. We're not 100% there yet. So we're still going to have the watered down version of the bash with a heavy online presence. And, you know, Dale and the guys, they do a great job on the live feed.
Yeah,
so we're going to do the live feed again. And, you know, you get everyone that participates during the live feed, commenting, whatever, you know, you guys are awesome. And it helps us stay connected.
I'd love to come one year. It's just so far I can't make it right now because of where I'm at. So physically,
Yeah.
Thanks for putting it on though.
Well, Everett, you can do what they're doing down south and just cross.
Just come.
Just come.
Come anywhere.
No.
Yeah, you can ask, well, what border?
I mean, I grew up in Montana, the border of Canada. I tell you, I mean, nobody will notice. It's wide, flat.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you. And I mean, honestly, I feel just as much at home on either side of the border. My dad's from Nebraska. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. I feel just as home either side. It's the feds down east that seem to think we need to be closed off. So, yeah.
So, Stan, you got any more apricot moonshine saved for us?
There's a little bit left, not a lot. And that's all the 2020. That tree hits about June, July. And I just got done feeding it another load of horse manure, so it's getting ready to. No, that thing runs on horse manure. So there's my avocado tree. So
I got 2 jars I'll bring down.
Oh, look at this one.
No, I got 2 jars of apricot. I got a dovetail cutter and 3 scribes. So
awesome! I can't wait to taste it.
Yes, sir.
Inasmuch as Shark River has showed up in that condition,
there he is.
It's his turn to tell us his worst tool purchase.
All right, let's hear it.
Hello, Shark River.
I think he's asleep.
Yeah.
It could be.
It looks like he's locked up.
Yeah.
Hey, Harold, you want to hear my worst tool real quick?
Let's hear Al's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you guys all probably seen it. They originally were sold from Sears Craftsman in the 60s and 70s. And over the years, they were copied so many times. A little drill sharpening fixture, you know, and then by the time they've been copied by the import companies, which happened to be the one I bought. Oh, this was probably 10, 15 years ago. It was a piece of junk. I think I just melded it with a torch. But I imagine the original one was made by Sears Craftsman in the 40s, and it must have worked. And everybody tried to copy it, and I couldn't get it to work. And I was trained to sharpen drills. In industry, I used an Oliver of Adrian drill grinder. You know, I was trained in school to sharpen drills with just a drill gauge and a grinder. So I know how to sharpen drills, and I could never get that thing to work. But it was a small piece of junk thing. But other than that, I have no disappointments because I buy most of my stuff from eBay, and I pretty much know what I'm getting. It's either, you know, it's a pig in a poke or it'll work. I buy very little things new because of, you know, unless it's a U.S. tool, you know, I never buy used reamers or drills. I always buy them new, and I try to get something decent quality. So that's about the only, over the past 35 years of my home shop, that I ever got bummed out on was that thing, that little drill grinder. But that's about my story, and I'm sticking to it. Glad to see all you guys.
Well, guys, I don't think anybody from the second half is going to show up. Winky says he's going to bow out for today. But he likes the idea of the questions for next week, you know, as to your background, how you got where you are. That's going to be next week's subject for discussion. And since we've discussed with everybody their worst tool purchase, you guys can just have hog law on this thing and talk about anything you want to, mostly.
So, Tom, I'm also working on a chamfering machine right now, and so I was kind of excited to see your video yesterday. I guess it's kind of in the air. I've seen a few other videos about chamfering machines. It's funny how it just goes in waves, right?
Yeah, it's somebody asked me about that, and a lot of people are struggling with the same kinds of problems, right? And once one person kind of lets one out, a lot of other people have had very similar thoughts, right? And so it kind of spurs them on. I've seen this kind of phenomena before, but it's good. There's plenty of room on the internet for all this stuff, right? And you borrow ideas from each one that you like and make it your own, right? So
yeah, need to come up with a new name now.
In the comments of that video, somebody said Bevel Devil, which I really liked, actually. So
that was me, Tom.
That was you. Okay,
yeah,
all right. Yeah. I like that one. That was a good name. So the Bevel Devil.
Absolutely.
Although it would imply angles as opposed to chamfers, maybe. I don't know, but it's a good name. So. But mine's stuck now because I engraved it in the side. So
maybe I'll have Randy engrave mine for me.
Oh yeah.
Just check his spelling, So
things happen.
Where's Stan?
Yeah, this is an answer for Lars. I have not been contacted by Richard King yet this year. We did talk a little bit last year. And this was right before the pandemic, and he was going to come, and then he got shut down on travel. Travel was difficult for him, so nothing planned yet for this year.
So, Stan, did Dale get a new channel name?
Dale did. He's always been Metal Smoke and Mirrors. I've been calling him that. I've been calling him that for at least 4 years.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to Tom. This guy, your idea with the little chamfer tool.
Oh yeah.
With a drill grind, little handheld guy like this.
The power screwdriver.
I just use this all the time. It's just so simple. Right off the mill, boom, boom.
It's pretty good. I got mine sitting right there, and those little plug-in countersinks are the bomb, man. It just makes it quite nice.
Yeah, this one is from McMaster's, the Chinesian ones, which I gave him to Harold. Harold sharpened them on his machine, but those things couldn't cut butter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the McMaster ones are kind of expensive, but they're good.
Yeah.
So.
They can cut butter now.
They cut butter now.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, Harold, see if you can zoom in on that.
What's this?
What's Dean Ryan?
Hey,
zoom
Dean,
in on that if you can, Harold.
Hey,
Dean's
Dean,
trying.
is that made of gold? It's a good price.
We might be missing a big opportunity here, guys.
Yeah.
Who's selling that? Anybody we know?
Dale, maybe.
All right, let me show you the other one.
Yeah.
It was only 18 inches long. What's the deal with that? That's short.
Yeah. There's that grinder I was telling you about that I don't have any room for.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'll bring my truck.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
I mean, serious. If somebody wants to make a deal on it, I'll make them a deal.
Yeah, that's a dog. You should get rid of that. So.
If you live closer, I'd give you a hand.
Yeah, I did look around eBay to see if there were any other chips for sale. Any other?
We can get Dale or Randy there in the next 3 hours. So.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a 24-inch one and a 30-inch one. I'm gonna put those up.
Yeah, you can raise the price.
Yeah.
Yeah, it said, oh, this one ended like an hour ago. So you're out of luck, guys.
Oh, man.
Did somebody actually buy it?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do we know this? Any idea who the seller is? Who is that seller?
I deliberately didn't put the seller in there.
But is it anybody we know?
No, I didn't recognize it.
You didn't say like metal tips and tricks or something?
No.
Okay.
It might have been his other account. I got a question for the group. So I got a bunch of these bearings. I'm guessing they're conveyor belt bearings, but just curiosity if anybody knows what they're for.
Is that two bearings or one?
It's from New Departure. Does it say New Departure on it? Uh-oh, you froze.
Yeah, they're uh-oh.
Dean
Am I frozen?
Hey, Dean, does it say New Departure on it?
YouTube's blocking.
My brother-in-law's father retired from Ford, and when he passed away, I found a couple of that in his toolbox like that. It was something from Ford.
It just looks like a commercial assembly to me. It's not a specific bearing. It's a part out of a machine.
Oh,
yeah, and it's very substantial.
Is that one bearing or two?
Yeah.
It's one.
It's a cartridge. It's a single cartridge bearing.
Yeah, that's like the one I got. It was in a box that said New Departure. I don't know what it is. I got it in the garage.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them. I'm thinking of making machinery skates out of them. It's already got the shaft and everything there.
Have you taken it apart to see whether they're needles or rollers or what's in there?
Well, honestly, I can't see how you can get it apart without cutting it. I do have a couple beat up ones. Maybe I'll cut one apart just to see.
You can't. It doesn't press apart.
Somebody put it together.
Yeah.
If it can be built,
maybe
it
the
can be
shaft will
unbuilt.
press out. Yeah.
Take it from Stan.
I'll have to try it.
He's an unbuilder from way back.
I did score on eBay a nice little 8N Super Chuck.
That's a cutie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super Chuck too. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's it's in excellent condition. Looks like it's hardly ever been used.
Yeah, just put that with that grinder. Randy will be right over. So.
Yeah.
Bring all that useless stuff to the bash, Dean.
Yeah, there you go. Good idea.
And don't forget, we're having a swap meet again this year. So you guys bring your stuff down. You want to sell or trade?
I got boxes.
I know you do. And you get just attacked as soon as you pull in the driveway. People are just all over his truck while he's unloading.
I've got a box full of stuff from Tom Litton. I've got some disappointed stuff, I guess.
Oh, look at that.
That's just one set of coats. There's some in the other room.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to get rid of anything.
Hey, leave some on the porch and I'll come by.
Hey, Stan, are we going to have to wear masks?
Hey, Tom, swing by my place on the way
No,
down
not
to the
really.
bash.
If you just keep your distance from people, you can spot the paranoid people. They'll be all masked up. Just stay away from them.
I don't wear masks.
I'm immune now. So.
Yeah, did you get a shot? Who's got shot?
Wait, I heard the scandemic was over.
No,
I got the one and done. So.
it was never a pandemic.
Nope.
Yeah, I just got my first one. I'll have my second one in April.
Yeah, I think they ran out here. They they had to hold off because they needed to save enough for the second shots. They got priority.
We have a station at our local fairgrounds in town. It's always empty. They got like 50 workers, but nobody's coming to get them.
Wow. They'll be showing up now. The word's out.
They've been there for 3 months. It's empty every time.
Wow, that's sad.
Yeah, in Ohio, Cleveland here, the Wolstein Center, they're having a mass inoculation, and they're giving away 2 free Cavs tickets with each vaccine. So that so it is
We got
what
a herd
it
of
is.
Winnebagos.
I'll wait.
Come on down. We're giving them away.
You know what my feeling on it is? I'm 65 years old pretty soon, and this thing has been around in a pandemic form for a year, and I'm unscathed. I've never been tested, vaccinated. I never get a sniffle usually in the winter, other than a mild cold, and that's all I've ever had in a year. So I figured there's no way you could avoid that virus if it's anywhere near as pandemic as they say it is. So I figure my immune system just says next. I'll probably be dead next week.
Let me ask you a question. So if you take your glasses off, and is it blurry? Oh, you got it.
Yeah, because I had to start a cataract.
That's funny.
I'll get it when I feel like it. When I feel the symptoms. I put things off. That's why I only have 216 subscribers in 12 years. I put things off.
Well, you're just pacing yourself, right? So
that's right, for the next life.
Yeah, I've known a couple people that get the virus. It's out there.
It is bad. Yeah, it's bad. You can't. After I said that, it sounds kind of cruel to all the people that have gotten it. I don't doubt that at all. But I'm just saying it's just that it is what it is. I just figure common sense tells me that if you've gone this long and you haven't been affected by it, you know, the least you have to worry about it. But it's still probably a good insurance policy to get it. Nothing wrong with it.
I work from home, so I'm not out in the public all that much. So I contributed to that.
I'm a shut in.
Well, I do a lot of construction work, and you know, we've been social distancing forever before any pandemic scare came up or anything. We don't want to be around people. We're antisocial. You know, we don't get close enough to swap spit. So yeah, we just we've been that way forever. So
and here I thought you guys just went around and licking each other.
Yell at him and say, "What the hell are you doing here?"
When all this started, the inspector shows up on my job. He's got his mask on. And he goes over the whole thing. I don't want anybody in the house when I'm going in to look at the house and on. And then he looks over at about 30 feet from us. There's 2 Hispanic guys talking to each other face to face. And he's going like, "Hey, those guys shouldn't be so close together." And I says, "Do you see how the crews, see all the guys up in the stucco doing the stucco? They all come in the same truck. What are you talking about? They're together the whole time when they get here. They're all commuting. We're commuting 2 hours. But they're going to be next to each other."
Well, we had a bash last year, and there was very few masks flying around. I didn't see a whole lot of them, but we weren't the super spreader that we were accused of being. So we're going to play it the same way this year. I'm not that concerned about it. You know, my only advice to you is if you're sick, don't show up.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I can return my full body condom that I got from Amazon.
You can, yeah.
All right.
Unless you want, you can borrow one of my Tyvek suits if you're paranoid. We'll get you fixed up.
as long as it's not from Banggood, it's fine. So
they're all Banggood Tyvek suits.
Yeah, it's been a leak.
yeah, they're made out of screen.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's people need this. Even if it's a watered down version, we're not going to pack it in like we did in the the years past. We're going to have open tents in the back again. We're not going to have the enclosed tents, so you're not going to be in a giant COVID bubble. So we'll have the open air. It'll be in June, so it shouldn't be too hot. Same drill, you know, barbecue for lunch. It's usually a pretty good time. And I'll be right in the middle of my shop extension. You know, you're going to get to see it midway. I'm probably not going to be done with the interior.
Well, stand with that many people around, I'm sure you could enlist. Hey, grab the other end of that beam.
Oh, you really think these guys show up and want to do something?
You don't want Stan getting help from us. He wants to get it done right.
You know what? If you like me this much right now, if you work with me, you're not going to like me anymore.
Yeah. I've seen Stan yell at a guy for putting a nylon tie in backwards. So it's, yeah.
Well, those things hurt if you get your hands cut on them.
That's right. Don't put it in that way, you freaking moron.
And it's guys who cut the ones at an angle. So it's
nice and sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah, back the ends over.
Yeah. Underneath heavy trucks. People keep cutting at angles underneath heavy trucks. So you're reaching up in an ugly spot to grab something, you pull it back out, and you're bleeding like a stuck pig.
Oh yeah.
They Telco uses wax string to bundle all their wires and stuff. We did that with running some Ethernet cable and stuff. I'd much prefer that. Get it all nice and neat and do a lace loop all the way down. You don't cut your hands on that stuff.
That's old school. Big
That's
time.
It is old school.
Right. Oh yeah.
But it's still preferred.
That's how Ray does it with that new fiber optic stuff.
That's right. Hey, you know, it's funny you bring that up, Tom, because we're putting more fiber in the ground now than we ever have. It's crazy how much. We're splicing 864 fiber backbones every month. We're putting another one in.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full
we're
fiber
getting up here.
overlay for the whole town.